There's something captivating about ruins. The way they stand is a testament to culture and history, telling stories of civilizations past and present, yet crumbling under the weight of time. By way of scooter and collectivo bus, I recently spent hours wandering Maya ruin sites and ancient temples in Mexico. Standing at the foot of the famous pyramid of Chichen Itza, I wondered if the ancient Maya expected these buildings to last forever, or did they understand that their temples would one day succumb to time? The Maya are a people who shaped the land with astounding precision, building temples, ball courts, and cities, testaments to their culture, their gods, and their place in the world. Though their culture is alive and present throughout Central America, there's no indication that the ancient Maya foresaw their cities crumbling and being swallowed whole by the jungle. But maybe they weren't concerned with permanence at all. As I move through the unique landscapes of the Yucatan Peninsula, from stunning aquamarine lagoons to charming colonial towns, I often felt the connection between the living Maya culture and the grand cities and civilizations that speak to that culture's past. The Maya, like so many civilizations before and after, shaped their world in a way that was deeply connected to nature. Their cities were built around cycles of the sun, the moon, and the stars, cycles they understood to be as constant as time. They didn't need their structures to last forever. They needed them to reflect the eternal rhythm of life, death, and rebirth. Maybe the buildings were part of a process, part of their creation story. As Wallace Stegner writes in Angle of Repose, it's not the things we keep that last, but the things we let go. The Maya may not have built their cities thinking they would stand forever, but maybe they understood that creation is an act of letting go, a way of offering something to the world, knowing that it will change, decay, and fade. Yet still, it's worth building. Creation is not about control or permanence. It's about engagement. These temples are the tangible representation of the process of devotion, of participation in something sacred, and of the belief in something bigger than ourselves. In a place called Valladolid, my favorite stop of the trip, I found out about a place called Casa de los Venados. This private house features over 3,000 pieces of Mexican folk art. Public tours are available daily, and I just so happened to arrive 5 minutes before the next one started. Visiting Casa de los Venados was an unexpected delight on my trip. For about an hour, we moved through themed rooms, with museum-quality art in a home setting where the pieces were made to be displayed. The enduring influence of Maya culture is found throughout Mexican folk art, from using vibrant colors and geometric designs to repeated motifs including jaguars, the sun, and the moon. It's easy to see that the Maya's legacy of creative engagement is woven into the identity of Mexican folk art. While I love art galleries and museums, one of my goals was to swim every day while I was in Mexico. Spending the summer in Alaska doesn't yield a lot of vitamin D, and my upcoming winter guiding job doesn't look promising either. Luckily, the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico is famous for its mysterious and beautiful cenotes. Cenotes are sinkholes that are created when collapsed limestone exposes groundwater. If you look at a map of the Yucatan Peninsula, you won't find any major rivers. Oftentimes, the cenotes are connected to vast underground river systems. My guide in Chichen Itza, Enrique, told us that cenotes were sacred to the ancient Maya, who believed they are portals to the underworld. Two temples that I visited during this trip were built on top of cenotes, including Chichen Itza. In the act of building their temples above cenotes, the Maya physically placed themselves between the mystery of the underworld and the knowledge of the stars. Spending time in Mexico reminded me that the act of creation is not to be immortalized in time. It's to connect to ourselves, to the land, to our beliefs and devotion, and to our place between knowledge and mystery.
One thing I will say is that I am just such a sweaty American tourist whenever I come anywhere that is humid.